One button WoW, single button assist, assisted button helper. Do I need to see an OBGYN? Today we'll be answering some of these. These are questions you may be asking yourself as you click this video, but I'm here to answer some, or at least try to. What's up, my name's Addison, and I like to test things. You may have seen my last video, which was a short where I compared BM Hunter damage using my Brain rotation, Hekili, and SBA. Some of you were quick to point out that I don't actually know the Hunter rotation. You're correct, I don't. I picked that because I thought it was simple, and it was the everyman's Hunter. It was also the only range I had that I could test this with, and I got asked by a range to test it. But today we're here on the Ret Paladin, and we're gonna do the same. This time, I'm gonna include some additional things. The rules are still the same. I'm not gonna change my gear. Additionally, I'm not going to buff myself. I'm not gonna use any pots, flasks, food, or runes. This time I'm gonna use an on-use trinket to see if Hekili or SBA will pick it up. 2, I'm gonna run 5 conditions, each consisting of 4 tests. Each test will be 3 minutes and 45 seconds. The 5 conditions will be my best rotation, Hekili, WoW's new assisted highlight feature, SBA, and a modified SBA. I'll explain what those are later. I'll log each pull to WarCraft Logs and we'll get the average. In 3, I'm gonna stand right here on this corner and DPS this direction. On each pull, I'm gonna keep conditions the same. Additionally, in this, I'm gonna go ahead and do single target as well. After the tests, we'll compare and then we'll talk about how I feel about SBA. Now, why are we here doing this? For something simply called SBA. Single button assist is new to 11.1.7 on the PTR. And let me tell you, it's come with some controversy. A lot of people dislike it. A lot of people don't like the idea of it. A lot of people just plain hate it. But is it because it's bad? Or is it something deeper? With a lot of games becoming autoplay and you just watch them play, is that what we really want? Do we just want to reap the rewards of the computer doing everything for us? Or is the idea the computer will outperform you on every metric too much to bear? And maybe the character you've been playing for 17 years, you're actually really not that great on. And you were just carried by your friends and your family and those lost. And this whole time you've just been a burden and you just didn't know it. I don't even know who I am anymore. Is the computer gonna beat me? What's happening? Anyways, let's test it and get some numbers. Starting with data, most all these numbers will be rounded except for the final results. For AoE, I did 4 targets at 2 minutes and 45 seconds. In WarCraft Logs, because the target dummies go to 1 health, the damage done tab is not actually accurate. What you have to do is switch to damage taken, enemies, and pick the dummy that you're hitting. In the logs here, I have a hard cutoff at 245 to 0. So the phase itself shows 0 to 245. For condition 1, for AoE, which is my Brain rotation, pull 1 ended at 5,715,000. Pull 2 ended at 5,696,000. Pull 3 ended at 5,535,000. And pull 4 ended at 5,600,000. There's an average for my Brain rotation at 5,636,534. For condition 2 for AoE, we used rotation Hekili. For pull 1, we ended at 5,481,000. For pull 2, we ended at 5,333,000. For pull 3, we ended at 5,286,000. And for pull 4, we ended at 5,094,000. That gives us an average for AoE with Hekili at 5,298,474. For condition 3, I went ahead and used WoW's new assisted highlights feature. Pull 1 and 2, I pushed every button it told me to and nothing else. For pull 3 and 4, I pushed every button plus a macro I made because I noticed in pull 1 and 2 that it was not using my trinket or final reckoning. So for pull 1, without my macro, 4,882,000. For pull 2, ended at 4,733,000. For pull 3, which included my macro, we ended at 5,158,000. For pull 4, we ended at 5,036,000. This gives us an average for pull 1 and 2 at 4,952,431. And for pull 3 and 4 gives us an average of 5,097,075. For condition 4, I used single button assist. Pull 1 ended at 3,764,000. Pull 2 ended at 4,237,000. Pull 3 ended at 3,827,000. And pull 4 ended at 4,121,000. That gives us an average for AoE single button assist at 3,987,235. And for condition 5, we use single button assist plus a cooldown macro. I'm going to show you how to program the cooldown macro right after this. For pull 1, we ended at 4,179,000. For pull 2, we ended at 4,332,000. For pull 3, we ended at 4,486,000. For pull 4, we ended at 4,278,000. That gives an average of 4,318,583. Looking at final results here, from greatest to least, we have coming in at first, my Brain rotation at 5,636,534. Since that was the most, we're going to use it as 100% of max DPS. Coming in at second, we have rotation Hekili at 5,298,474. That was 92.7% of our max damage. Rotation WoW Assist with Macro coming in at third. 5,097,075. That's 90.4% of our max DPS. Coming in at fourth, we have Rotation WoW Assist with no Macro at 4,952,431. That's 87.8% of our max DPS. Coming in at fifth, we have Single Button Assist plus CD Macro at 4,318,583. That's 76.6% of our max DPS. And coming in last at sixth, we have just Single Button Assist by itself at 3,987,235. That's 70.7% of our max DPS. Because I noticed that Single Button Assist was not actually using my Trinket or Final Reckoning, I went ahead and made this macro you see right here that shows the tooltip for Final Reckoning. It uses my top Trinket slot and casts Final Reckoning on me so I don't actually have to click anything. I already bound Single Button Assist to my 4 button. I dropped my macro I just made on 7. I went to my Logitech program here, assigned a new command to this button right here, did multi-key, and what I wanted to do is check to see if I've used Final Reckoning or my Trinket first, and then hit my Single Button Assist. Just recorded 7 and 4 and turned it to toggle. So I could do the pool. That when I push 7, it'll cast my Trinket, Final Reckoning, and start my Single Button Assist. And it'll always check first for that. That way I can stand here. It's for a model. It's for 3 models. Are we having fun? I'm having fun for single target now for Rotation My Brain. We had a pool 1 coming in at 1,998,000. Pool 2 coming in at 1,956,000. Pool 3 coming at 1,869,000. And pool 4 coming in at 1,913,000. That gives us an average overall for My Brain Rotation at 1,933,938. For condition 2, we used Rotation Hekili. Pool 1 came in at 1,821,000. Pool 2 came in at 1,843,000. Pool 3 came in at 1,733,000. And pool 4 came in at 1,863,000. That gives us an average overall for Hekili at 1,814,800. For condition 3, we used WoW Assist with Macro. For pool 1, we ended at 1,721,000. For pool 2, we ended at 1,674,000. For pool 3, we ended at 1,748,000. For pool 4, we ended at 1,676,000. That gives an overall average for WoW Assist at 1,704,819. For condition 4, we used SBA alone with no macro. For pool 1, we ended at 1,323,000. For pool 2, we ended at 1,219,000. For pool 3, we ended at 1,341,000. And for pool 1,269,000. That gives us an overall average for SBA alone with no macro at 1,288,076. For condition 5, we used Rotation SBA plus macro. And pool 1 ended at 1,227,000. Pool 2, 1,337,000. Pool 3 ended at 1,338,000. And pool 4 ended at 1,318,000. That gives us an average overall for SBA plus macro at 1,304,981. Compare them all going from greatest to least. We have in first, Rotation My Brain, averaging 1,933,938. We're going to set that to 100%. Coming in at second, Rotation Hekili at 1,814,800. It's 93.8% our top DPS. Coming in third, we have Rotation WoW Assist plus Macro at 1,704,819. That's 88.2% of our top overall. Coming in fourth, we have SBA plus Macro at 1,304,981. That's 67.5% our best DPS. And coming in fifth and last is SBA alone with no Macro at 1,288,076. That's 66.6% of our max DPS. Looking at all the results here, what stands out the most is Hekili's pretty consistent within 1% of itself for AoE versus single target. Additionally, WoW's new assisted feature looks pretty promising, falling right behind Hekili, both in 5% on both single and AoE. And we see that SBA itself with macro or without macro, it's about 75%. But I think that's okay. In the end, I think this is fine for the game. I think those who want to use it should use it. And those who don't want to use it, just ignore it. It's going to be fine. It probably was made for you. If you're clicking though, you probably should use it. You can bind it to one key as a toggle. I showed earlier in the video, you can just do that. The people who are going to log in to get their mounts and kill their rares, this is going to be great. People who also don't know the rotations and lower keys, this will be helpful as well. Additionally, the WoW Assist like Hekili could help you learn some new rotations or play some new classes. This might not be the most helpful on tank or healer, but that's okay. I think all in all, this is a great addition to the game. Now keep in mind, I stood here at the dummies and just did the rotations. No matter the condition, I just stood in one spot, did the rotations, and I didn't have to worry about kicks, defensives, heals, pot use, raid leaders telling me not to die, it's banned, to do more damage, my wife coming in and asking random questions, dealing with the dogs, going out to mow the yard. I didn't have to answer Discord messages or twirl some plates while I was doing this. All I had to do was stand here and do the damage. So keep in mind, some damage numbers will probably fluctuate in keys when you actually have to do other things other than just stand there in DPS, as you should be doing. But at the end of the day, if this makes you better, or if this helps you help your friends do better in the game, you should use it. You should do it. Because at the end of the day, we're just playing a game. We all pay money to play. And it's about hanging out with your friends and having a good time. Oh, look, Turtle's in Discord.
Yo, what up, Addison?
Yo, what up, Turtle? You ready to do some keys? I was just talking about...
You logging in as the carry or the burden? I just need to mentally prepare.